going to take a look at UIS, the day trade that I made yesterday. We're going to start by looking at the daily chart and seeing what I was looking at. I did that quick video during the day yesterday. There's a resistance. Let me make that line a little bit thicker for you to see easier. There is another line of resistance right through there. Now this caught my eye actually a little bit late. I also have the this is a 2-day 5-minute, which won't pull back quite far enough for you to see all that resistance that well. You'll see these lower levels of resistance that I actually wish I'd have seen UIS a little bit earlier, because I would have played it a little bit differently. Because you see from the short-term charts, as I move up, if I would pull back farther, you'd see more and more resistance through there. You can see where it started the day. It actually gapped up and never came back and filled that gap. But it was already seeing some resistance at 56 and about 59 on the, that's a 5-minute 2-day chart. This is the 15-minute 10-day chart, which you'll see more resistance, pretty strong, at right there at 60. Again, if I pull back even farther, you'll see even more. But that was the upper part of resistance where I finally, this caught my eye, and I waited until it got in this area. I wish I'd have caught it early on and seen it make this move, because I would have been looking for entry at 60 when it broke through that, and then I would have been talking about, boy, if it can make it through this 64, 65 area, it might make a very strong move. But I didn't. I caught it around this area, and that made me look at this chart and see where my next resistance was, which there wasn't that great. The next resistance, which I would have been looking at, is that. That's one reason you pull back and look at the daily charts, is because that 50-day is generally a pretty good source of resistance. A lot of times you're looking to sell there, waiting for the pullback, and then seeing what happens. And if you're trading a little bit more of a swing trade, if you're in on this break and you want to hang on to it, say I'm going to keep it for a couple weeks or a few days or whatever, you're looking for it to break that 50-day. Now, when I'm in and I'm pulling back and looking at this 5-minute, now remember, I didn't get in until right in here on the break of that resistance. I actually got in at 64, which is a little bit not technically perfect, because I should have waited for it to break resistance, but I felt it was going to. Now, when you're looking for exit on these, one thing you need to keep in mind is pretty simple. That PPS is trending upward pretty hard. RSI is trending downward pretty hard. You better be expecting a pullback. It's coming. It's going to come every single time. Things the charts have to reset themselves a little bit, even if it's going to make another bullish move. Now, I got in this area. I happened to flip out in this area, and then I re-entered again in this area, and I rode it out until this pattern right here is not technically perfect, but that has an evening star pattern to it. When I got that confirmation that it was heading back down, combined with that RSI, I sold a little late. I sold at 77 and took the money and walked away from it. But I did keep an eye on it, wondered about this pullback, and I was talking online about it, and I didn't enter again. I almost pulled the trigger here, thinking that it was gonna, but it was the end of the day, the half day tomorrow for Christmas Eve. I just decided to stay away from it. But if I look for entry again. I would have been in okay shape, and now I'm looking for that trend line to get broken from the RSI. This still might make another nice little move tomorrow on the short trading day. So, lesson to be learned. If you're looking to day trade, you're getting into a few different charts. The 15-minute, the 5-minute, the daily. You're seeing them, and you're looking at them all quickly working together with them. This is a very nice little flag pattern. There's your pull, there's your flag. The flag is typically a pullback before another move if this chart's going to remain bullish. Very classic sort of pattern. Keep those things in mind. Obviously looking for support, looking for resistance. UIS traded from a technical level about as perfectly as it could trade. Very, very simple, very easy to get in and out and walk away with some money. Now, none of them were gigantic. You know, it took about 10% each time, which, if I were watching a little bit sooner, it could have been a very, very, very profitable play. Even if we waited till the break there, you're looking at getting in around 58. And if you play this thing the way you should, let's just say you hang on here again. If you're looking at things for what they are, there is a symmetrical triangle, or I'm sorry, an ascending triangle going up. Support, trend line, resistance, breakthrough. You know, you could ride that out, or you play it and you say, it's fighting pretty hard there at that resistance. I'm selling. You're going from 58 to 78, walking away with 20 cents per share. Very, very nice trade. This is Mav from Top Gun, trying to explain the anatomy of a day trade that we made yesterday on TopGunTrading.net. Best of luck to you, happy trading, and we'll see you on the board.